Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Nads is on. Nads on. So today I'm just gonna go over a quick makeup trick or tip that I use. My friends are always asking me, how do I get my eyebrows to look so good even when I'm in between like threading, especially with times like now with the whole social distancing. You can't really get close to anyone. For us ladies who still trying to keep up with ourselves even though we might be home, just to help boost your self-confidence. I'm just going to show you a little trick that I use. So whenever I'm doing this, if you're going for a more natural look, you could just go with a concealer that matches your skin tone. Or if you want something to make your eyebrows pop, you just go for a concealer that's a little bit lighter than your complexion. So for the lighter one, I use this right here, the Pro Concealer, just to make my eyebrows pop. And if I'm trying to do something that matches my complexion, it's just whatever concealer. I don't have a certain brand that I use. Something that looks a little bit more natural. I keep everything on the back of my hand and I work from there, so I'm not constantly pulling from the container. I say you don't need a lot for it. There's different type of brushes you could use. Right now I'm just going to use my angle liner brush just to make sure this is neatly done. So then I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna just do two different looks on each side so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. It all depends on what look you're going for. All right. So I normally start with my right. It's just much easier for me. So I come in. Just follow the line of the natural way of my. And with this, you could also do the trick of making it just a little thicker or thinner, depending on your style. And you could just go ahead, for us ladies like myself, who are always trying to get a little arch, but my eyebrows don't grow in that full. So you can get closer just to see. Then I just use like the remainder just to shade that in. So as you see, I need to put some more right here just to line up here a little bit better. So you see, when you do that, you kind of definitely clean up where you will have those loose hairs. Yep. And you can also take this all the way across if you're trying to just make sure they're done the same, because I'm doing two different things on each side just to show you guys how I do it. So as I can see, when you do like that, you can't really tell where I had a few here hanging out. So then for the top, that's why I like to use a smaller brush. It's just easier for me. So I like pretty much draw out. Sometimes my hands get a little shaky. So you see exactly. So I just shape that up really nice. Shade in here. If anywhere that I need to line up, I just could come back with it. Just make sure you just don't use too much concealer at a time, because you don't want too much flopping over. So, and whatever remainder I have, I could just put it here just to cover. You can also use a different brush because this is a larger area to cover. So then I just brush this in. But when you put on your concealer to match your skin, you could just blend all that in. Okay, so that's one done, as you can see. And I just keep on playing around with this unless you're in a rush. But I try not to do like a straight line here because I kind of want to blend it in. There's also two different techniques that you could use as well. I get a brown eyeliner pencil. There's different brands out there. Some people, they draw in their hair before. I like to do mine after because I could truly shade it just to, and I make sure it's like a brown, so it's not, I don't like it too black as to where it looks like it's like too, it's just too black for my complexion. Then I just slowly just turn the pencil just on the side, and I'm like slowly shading it in. In any area that you might have too much concealer, you could also use the pencil just to help you out there. And then I just slowly, you know, just shading right here. My hair is thinner in here. So I still want this to look as natural as possible. And there it is. That's one side done. Still looking like it's all mine. So that's the first one. So now, use a different brush. You clean off your brush if you're gonna use the one with the natural. So I start, because this matches my complexion, it might be hard. This is just really using for cleanup. A little bit of the lighter one is in there. So this one is just more of a natural look. It's still a little bit lighter than my skin, but I just basically use it to clean up. I'm not going anywhere fancy, and I just need a more natural look. Just use another brush just to help me bring this in a little bit more. So this is a bigger brush. This is also great to use too because you could cover more area with this. So again, this is more of a natural look. See it compared, clean it up. Let's say in between your threading, waxing, or whatever you might do. You could use this technique just to cover any uneven areas. And then use the same thing to go above. Because I'm right-handed sometimes. This one may be a little challenging. Sometimes you get one right and then you can't get the other one right. But then you just shade it in. And you could clean up. Okay. Then you get your same pencil. And then you could just shade in just to give you a much more fuller look. I always try to use a brown pencil or whatever complexion you are, whatever works for you. So you can see, natural look, going out on the town look. So you can see this one kind of goes more with my complexion. That one is for when I'm going out in the town. And then to match that in, I normally try to use a Mary Kay concealer. It's just better on my skin because I have oily skin and sometimes I don't like anything that's too heavy. So I have my brush, and, you know, I could come in just to help shade in. Just to help blend in the top part. You can use that or whatever sponge you use. You can also use a smaller brush because you don't want this to look too so you can see natural look. I'm not doing a full face today. I'm just doing the eyes. So I just use my brush. As I said, if you're wearing a scarf, make sure you move that scarf back and blend it in because you don't want when you go out in public, you have two different tones on your face. It made me want to do the whole face too. I might just make my face look even. Might as well. So I definitely like the brush technique because you could definitely get it into your pores for a more even look. If you're like me, I don't really like too much on my face, ladies. Let's say I'm not doing a full face, but when you're doing it, please don't forget the neck area also as well. So I just put a light on. I keep on checking on these areas, make sure they definitely blend in. So you could come back here. You could also use your fingers just to smudge that area a little bit. So, you know, it kind of looks natural. You know, though we might be wearing makeup, we don't want to look too much different from ourselves. So, see, I just put on a little light. Although I'm in the house, but still. Yeah. So that's my trick, ladies. Natural look. The one with a little pop in. If you're going out of town. And then you could take it a step further. I like to use e.l.f. liquid eyeliner. And then So although this one's a little more popping, you still have a natural look in case you didn't want to put on any eyeshadow as yet. You know, when I'm putting on my eyeshadow, for me, I have little ones, little kids. I don't like anybody around. I like complete silence. Everybody need to be staying still because they're not, I just don't want to jack up my eyeliner. So, this is my complete look. Eyes pop in, then you put on whatever eyeshadow you want, and then the natural look. Still clean up those areas, and here's the final look. All right. I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below. You might have some tips for me, or you want to ask a question. So go ahead and do that. Thank you again for joining me today. Looking forward to many more videos. Bye.